In episode 4 of House of the Dragon, there's a scene in which Rhaenyra has intimate relations with Ser Criston Cole. This scene is shown in a romantic light, as the show makes it seem like a sweet moment between Rhaenyra and Ser Criston. However, this moment is not at all as sweet as it seems. In fact, it only goes to highlight just how selfish and careless Rhaenyra truly is. She truly doesn't mind endangering another person's life if it means that she will get what she wants. And this scene actually captures that very well. Firstly, Rhaenyra knows that this is wrong, and she knows that if they get caught, the punishment will be far worse for Ser Criston Cole. Growing up, she would have learned about Ser LUCAMORE Strong and how he was punished for violating his oath as a member of the Kingsguard. Ser LUCAMORE violated his oath when he secretly wed 3 women, each without the knowledge of the others. On each of these women, he also allegedly sired 16 children, and for these crimes, he was taken before the king to be judged for his oath-breaking. King Jaehaerys ultimately decided that Ser LUCAMORE would be gelded and sent to the war, and this set a precedent for what should happen to Kingsguard members that broke their oaths. Rhaenyra is a student of history, which means that she is very much familiar with this tale. She knows that by putting Ser Criston Cole in this position, she is also putting his very life in danger, and yet she goes through with this act anyway. She is aware that as the king's only heir, Viserys would never punish her for the crime, so if they were caught, she'd only get a slap on the wrist, while Ser Criston would be shamed, mutilated, and exiled to the war. Despite being aware of this though, she goes through with the act and even intends to continue with the affair the next day. It truly shows her selfishness and utter disregard for Ser Criston Cole's life, and this does justify Ser Criston's anger and vindictiveness towards her when he realizes this. Ser Criston Cole probably feels like Rhaenyra never really cared for him, and that she only ever used him for her own selfish desires. He also realizes that his life could have been ended as a result of Rhaenyra's games. It therefore makes sense for Ser Criston to feel as though he was being manipulated by Rhaenyra, and it also makes sense for him to be so angry towards her, because it's important to note how powerless Ser Criston must have felt in this situation. In this world, the Targaryens are perceived to be closer to gods than to ordinary men, and as a result, they hold a lot of power over the Westerosi. When Ser Criston first met Rhaenyra, he was probably in awe of her, and this feeling was probably amplified by the fact that Rhaenyra helped him so much. With a single word, Rhaenyra changed Ser Criston's life and turned him from being an insignificant soldier to one of the most revered knights in the entire realm. This was probably something that Ser Criston Cole dreamed about his entire life, and Rhaenyra made it his reality within a single day.
Not so long ago, you held enough power to write my name into the White Book. And when your father named me to his Kingsguard, it was the highest honor any Cole had ever known. All that I have, I owe to you.
Obviously, after all that she's done for him, it makes sense that he would be so in love with her. From his perspective, Rhaenyra is incredible, so it probably shocks him to realize that she would take advantage of his love for her own selfish reasons, especially with his life on the line. Rhaenyra certainly takes advantage of the power and influence that she has in the situation, and Ser Criston can hardly refuse her. Even if he didn't love her as much as he does, how could he say no to her after everything that she's done for him? She could easily strip him of all the titles that she's given him just as quickly as she had bestowed them upon him in the first place. Facing that predicament, Ser Criston would have probably felt like he can't refuse her. This is the danger that comes when powerful people take advantage of their positions to exploit those that work under them, especially when they do it for sexual reasons. It's precisely why scandals like that of Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky are so infamous in our real world, because people will always wonder if there was an abuse of power and influence, especially when the victim is so enamored by their perpetrator.
I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
This incident with Rhaenyra and Ser Criston Cole is clearly an example of Rhaenyra abusing her power, but I think that it's just difficult to comprehend that when the gender roles are reversed. Because the victim is a man and the wrongdoer is a woman, and because the story is so focused on how patriarchal Westerosi society really is, I think that there's almost a reluctance to even view Rhaenyra as the wrongdoer. Instead, the narrative is quick to antagonize Ser Criston Cole, making him seem irrationally vindictive and violent, so that the audience can still view Rhaenyra as the story's protagonist. There are certainly some fans that think that she did absolutely nothing wrong in the scenario, and that Ser Criston Cole even had a free choice in this matter. But I disagree with this opinion, and I think that Rhaenyra was absolutely wrong. But what do you think? Let me know down below in the comments section, and if you liked this video, click the thumbs up button and subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching. Peace.